Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, we can update the LR tier list before we move on to whatever part 3 is going to be. I needed to make a tweet. I think what's probably going to happen, by the way, if anyone is curious, probably about 24 hours from now, we'll see a producer's letter, and that will probably reveal to us what's happening in the next couple of days, in terms of like the next content, next banner, blah 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 blah. Maybe we could see an announcement tonight, but I think probably a producer's letter tomorrow. Again, probably a little bit more than 24 hours. So, all right, we're gonna look at the top 10 LRs. There's not a ton of movement, but now I've got it fully ironed out. Enough time with the special battle fights. Essentially, there's two types of like the hardest level of content right now. There's the special battle fights, and then there's festival battle. Now, I know how people feel about festival battle. You can feel however you want to, totally fine. But they do drop characters, like quite obviously specifically for it. Like this literally is an ability for festival battles. This stack right here. This is a thing. It makes it to where characters who are, kind of like kinda there or just missing a little bit start to be able to really put in business in the festival battles, right? Like, here's a good example, right? Let's just look at the video I did today, right, with Beast Gohan. Okay, so whoops, hold on, guys. I hate this. I go to, okay, you guys see that? Like, I go to mute it, and then like it like fully loads, and then the mute button was there, and then it transforms and becomes the next button. It's very frustrating. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Here, let's skip to the end right here. So, Vegeta and Trunks, right? They completely dominate this fight. But the major thing that they could do is they'll get us up to this point. So, we're right here at the end. Here's what Beast Gohan's stats look like, after, a full, like, run of getting the stacks up and stuff like that. And let's look at what Beast does. Beast does actually, he's able to live a super attack from Vegeta right here, right? So, like, this is the impact of that stacking on characters in this event, right? So, it's like, that little 5% right there, it's, like, if we're doing the special battles, which oftentimes are, like, 1 on turn 4, right? Like, in my experience doing a lot of these special battle fights, like, a lot of times we get to turn 4, it means we win. Usually. You don't have enough time to really stack this up. It's dude, I kind of, it's like just the way I wish Dodge would just be permanently canceled so I wouldn't have to talk about it. I do kind of wish that like Festival never existed so I didn't have to talk about it, because like I feel like I'm approaching it from like a very obvious, like, I don't know, logical point, and people are just like, nope, no, 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 and it's like, oh my god, okay, like, here we go. But most of the major releases of the first 6 months of the year were, for Festival. We look at a lot of the 10th anniversary characters, Golden Week characters, Saiyan Day, stuff like that. Like, it's obvious. Like, this is a character for Festival battles, right? And I think that there's 2 types of content. I personally value the special battle a little bit more than Festival, but, like, Festival does matter too, and that's why Vegeta and Trunks are on here. If we really wanted, we probably could talk about TN right here. Above Vegeta and Trunks. Tien is certainly better. Most of the time, like 95% of the time or something like that, in the special battle fights. But Tien is just designed very well for the special battle fights, right? Like, because 3 of the 4 bosses do Kamehameha supers, so Tien 100%, nullifying counters it. And then the last one, Omega, Tien has hard type advantage over. And Tien will be able to give the business in that fight. So like Tien is definitely much better in special battles, but I don't know. Well, can I get Tien and Vegeta and Trunks on a team together? Because Tien is actually a character who could benefit greatly from their support in the festival battles. But it would be Bond, a Master, and a Disciple, right? Yeah, but we don't have a maybe I do like double of them, Vegeta and I don't know. We might be able to do that. our stats would just be so low, dude. Yeah, the problem is just that Vegeta and Trunks' major issue is they don't have a ton of teams, right? They're pretty limited in their teams. They're essentially just on this two right now is the only thing they've got that's really relevant. Bond, Parent, and Child, and Future. But yeah, they're good. I think right around here is where they slide in. But remember, they're a Festival Battles character, and I do think Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I think AGL Gogeta, and I think Tech Vegito are probably all better in Festival Battles. All really good characters as well. All three of these. Now here, let's talk about this. So compared to my last time, I actually moved Super Saiyan 4 Goku down a bit. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is very good, right? So in the special battles, the fight can start, he can have his dodge. He could work super well. You know, you could get to like turn 2 or turn 3 or something like that. He could go Golden Great Ape as well. He could be like, he can be very good. And he's got the stacking for Festival. So like this guy's a real option in all of the content. But I don't know. In the special battle, what's funny is once Super Saiyan 4 Goku comes out, I've been very unimpressed with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, specifically in the special battles, though, is what I'm talking about, right? Really, like this guy is a dominator in Festival, of course. This guy is like, I don't know, like damn near better than the Super Saiyan 4 Goku in the special battles. And of course, remember, you know, you have the Giant Ape, which is a team protector mechanic. You know, it could allow us to get around locking. Like, there's a lot of value in there. I just like these two better, man. I do. I know Vegeta, people hate this character, but I mean, we're not gonna pretend like they don't have like a game-winning active skill, right? So like, look, like the Veku. You get to turn 4, you Ghost Usher. It only works on one enemy, but let's say we're in the hardest fight in the game, Goku Black and Zamasu. We just Ghost Usher, Goku Black. And then people definitely do forget this, but then Goku has 100% dodge for that turn, which would matter, say, in the Goku Black and Zamasu fight, and for the next turn. 100% dodge? Like, so, like, that matters. Now, Vegeta, yes, if it goes bad, he can be killed. Vegeta can pretty easily be locked in slot 1 and killed. So can Tech Vegito. They could both just be locked in slot 1 and instantly murdered. But, I mean, like, this guy, if he's just in, like, slot 2, he's 100% safe. I have no problems with this guy whatsoever, unless he just gets locked in slot 1. Usually in, like, the Goku Black and Zamasu fight or something like that, I'm not even ever concerned about going into Vegito. Vegito, the way that the GDC special battle fights are constructed, Vegito is mostly, in my opinion, a non-factor for those. I would usually go into Vegeta and just break the Potara, right? Because remember, Vegeta does have higher damage reduction than Vegito anyway, right? He's got the 50% right there and the 20% right there, and then Vegito just has 60%. So I found it being a little bit more effective to just go into this guy, break the Potara, right? Like can be good. But the main reason I would have Vegito over these guys is, I mean, I think that this is the best character in the game for Festival Battles. Right. The problem with Festival, I mean, there's a lot of different things we could talk about. You know, the low HP earlier on, which can make it difficult to kind of move, you know, get all your characters balanced stacks, charge counts, which of course are tough. You know, the Daima phase where they have way too much HP for only the 3 turns you got to take them down. But like, you know, the true danger too is, you know, Vegito triple supering 80 turns into the fight with 25 million supers, basically. It's 24.5 million super, but you get it, right? So, like, this guy, I mean, you just pop, you know, the Vegito active skill, and we just, just get rid of the enemy Vegito right away, right? So, I like this. I like this. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is good, but, I mean, here's the thing. Like, people say, oh, well, I like him better in special battles. He dies just as much as they do. Like, he can do good. They can do good too. But these characters, I mean, really, Vegeta and Trunks, they all die the same amount of times in special battle. If anything, Tech Goku is the best in those fights, as long as he's not slot 1. Right? So, it's like, that's the thing. Like, we could nitpick all day, but, like, I don't know that their performance is that much different in the special battles. If things go perfectly, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is probably the best. Because if it lines up perfectly where maybe, like, you have him turn 2, you get it to turn 2, you're able to immediately transform, do all that, then you could just float him off, so you're not going to have to worry about Super Saiyan 4 Goku the rest of the fight, and then the fight will be done before he comes back, right? Like of the 4, that might be like the best way we could see it, right? So I don't know, like something like that does sound good. All right, next I want to just grab these two. I do have the two 7th anniversary LRs next to each other. Now, despite the fact that they're next to each other, though, kids, don't get this twisted. I think Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is head and shoulders better than the gods. It's not even close. In base, they're basically the exact same thing, which is turn 1, they're really great. But then if you have a second turn in their base form, which is very easy to have happen, they can be slaughtered easily. Easily, they can be killed by super attacks, right? So that is a danger. Once you get to turn 4, though, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta completely blitzes this character. The Scouter plus counter combo is like so good, unheard of. I mean, these boys are good. Like they're good. They're great. I mean, they're high up on the tier list. And you know, they have been all year, and they're probably like, it's, you know, even going into 2026, we could probably see these boys still chilling up there. But I do think Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is way better than these guys. But they're, of course, you know, good in the special battles, good in festival battles as well. So we got those boys up there. So I did move Omega up. I didn't think... So I was very comfortable putting up the last tier list, before Omega got the EZAs. Because I felt like Omega's team, it didn't need free-to-play characters, free-to-play EZAs, sub-EZAs to be great. It needed another, like, Rose character, is what this team needed, right? Like, we didn't need Legion, a Shadow Dragon, or Sin Shenron. We needed fucking LR Goku Black and Zamasu Tang character. Another character that level. But I was wrong. The team feels way different after he got, you know, his free-to-play character drops, Nova and Legion of Shadow Dragon, his sub-EZA, Sin Shenron, his super EZA, Omega Shenron. It feels completely different. I am so comfortable now at this point, we could just go ahead and fill it in. I think the 4, to me, you can definitely talk about last year, the Broly movie Worldwide Download Celebration, as kind of like the strongest 4 LRs, right, that we've gotten in a celebration. My pick, however, would be this year. I think that this is probably the best 4 we've ever seen. Now, all 4 of them could have minor issues. Every single character in the game right now, they're not perfect. They can be killed. You know, it's not like, you know, Beast Gohan at the start of 2024 where he's invincible, right? Like, it's like, you know, Omega, I wish he had a little bit more top-level defense. Rose, I probably also wish he had just a little bit more top-level defense. He's better than Omega defensively, but I wish he had just a little bit more. Blue Goku and Vegeta, what do I wish they had? I don't know. I feel like they're good. What's funny is them... I feel like I just wish that you could transform into Vegeta, I guess. I have no problem with their kit whatsoever. And then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I guess... I mean, I also don't really have much of an issue with their kit. I mean, people cry about this character dying to normals and taking tons of damage. I don't know, like, maybe I just haven't seen it yet. You know, there has been a moment where Max, like, buffed Rose has done, like, a little bit of damage to this guy, but, I don't know. The only death I can really remember vividly of this guy was in Festival Battles to the 27 million super, right? That's the only, like, death I can really recall. I'm sure we died at least one other time with this guy. Maybe we had, like, very low HP and he tanked an attack for, like, 100k but still died. But, like, dude, these 4 are really crazy. Omega's team feels great. It's, like, Omega's team is so good now that I feel like if we're going to get buffs leaving this celebration, I would much rather it be a Super Bosses buff or even a GT Hero buff. I think Fuse Fighter's probably the best team in the game, and Omega's might be number 2. Might be number 2. It's close. It's close. But these 4 are ridiculous, right? Maybe just a little bit more high-end defense for them. Like, I wish Omega could have gotten guard in here somehow. Like, I don't know, maybe he, just like in Broly, he would guard with the domain. I mean, it would make this guy, like, I mean, that would make him like number 1 or something. I don't know. Like if it was, because Int Broly does that, right, where he guards while the domain is up. If they did that with Omega too, oh my god, like that would be crazy. Because like this character, right, they're able to guard when you do the father-son Gallic gun. By the way, this Vegeta, this is the festival killer. Here, let me do this. This is the festival killer right here. This guy, bro, the shit he does, the Glorio at the end of festival, like this guy is, dude, he does so much damage when you're turn 80 in festival. This guy is crazy. By the way, Goku Black and Zamasu, I know people would talk about teams with this character, but this character does not have a lack of teams. You run them on Omega's team, this unit's at full power. You run this unit on Fuse Fighter, or, you know, like Future / Fuse Fighter, they're not quite at full power just because they'll be missing big bad bosses, but you will have their full passive. You could just run this character on Fuse Fighters just with this as lead, and this unit has his full buffs, right? Like, this goes over people's heads. All the time, I get people commenting, oh my god, you're so stupid. You're running Rose without, like, villains. He needs villains. No, he doesn't. Use your brains. Read. Future Allies activates all of his abilities, so he's fine. I use Rose so much on Fuse Fighters and stuff like that. These days, he's on every festival battle run I do. Him, Blue Goku and Vegeta, Vegeta and Trunks, and then whichever, like, kind of like the showcase characters we end up running. It just works pretty good. So this is what I'm feeling like right now. I feel really good about this one, actually. The only thing, if you really wanted to just say, Festival is not even content to me, then you could slide in Tien over Vegeta and Trunks. Outside of that, I'm sure a lot of people will say they would want Super Saiyan 4 Goku over these guys, but I mean, I would say their performance in Festival is just so much better than him, right? Like, it is. But he's crazy, right? Like, that, I don't want that twisted. He can be better than them in special battle, but you do need things to flow the right way. I mean, you do need it for them as well. That's why it's not like this trio, you can kind of like rearrange them as you like. I do like the 7th anniversary LRs right there as a grouping, and of course, just these 4 just like this. The reason I have Rose a bit of a Omega, I do feel like Rose is stronger than Omega. I mean, I know Omega's support is crazy, but like Rose is definitely stronger defensively, which, you know, for the first 6 months, you guys can go back to all videos and fact check me on this. I felt like offense was more important than it ever had been previously. So like defense was still the most important, but offense had closed the gap quite a bit. And dodge was also mostly a non-factor with the way the fights were structured. Well, those two things are now back to normal. Defense is more important than offense, like always, and dodge is king, like always. Like, we're just right back to the status quo for Dokkan. And then I would just have it like this. I mean, I don't know. Vegeta and Trunks, like they're in range with these units. It's the same thing. Vegeta and Trunks can do good in special battle, by the way. But it's just, you know, you need things to work specifically well for you, just like these guys. It's the same as these guys. Where this character is really good defensively, you know, once you get targeted 3 times to get that. And then, of course, if they're in slot 1. That's the thing. But, I mean, if they're not in slot 1, they definitely can be killed. You know, if special battle just opens up where you're able to run them in slot 1, I mean, they're fine there. And then, I mean, this will help a little bit, right? And then if you're ever able to get this is ridiculous if you're ever able to get this off. So, yep, this is what we're feeling like. Here's what my last tier list looked like. Some slight changes, right? I did jump Omega up right to there. I did move Super Saiyan 3 Goku back a little bit, and then Vegeta and Trunks over Tien. Again, if you just want to be like, you know, Festival is completely irrelevant to me, I think you could get Tien over Vegeta and Trunks pretty easily. Tien is very good. Tien is probably like the best unit ever to not be on one of these lists. Probably. I would have to imagine. Tien is very good. Tien is very good. So, let me know what you guys think. Thank you, Angels, for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Mwah!